There is no sky. Smoke and ash, billowing from the clusters of the active volcanoes, blanket the heavens above. In this sunless place, the only light comes from the rivers of the flowing magma, casting everything in a glowing red. Rocks stretched as far as the eye can see. Just rocks on rocks on rocks. The dull pop of bubbles forming from the lava and the salvery sizzle of the molten stone serve as makeshift background music. Although the temperature isn't felt, the visual information from the game environment alone is enough to induce dehydration. Perhaps this is what hell looks like. This is Ruby Mountain, a high-level area within Lacuna. It is located far from the central city, on the distant outskirts of the realm. In this place where not even NPCs are positioned, there was a young girl and a Digimon shorter than half her height. Though there was no one to see them, anyone would recognize them as a tamer-partner duo at a glance. Well, if there was one thing that might cast doubt on them being partners, I'm sorry, I really meant it. It would be the fact that the girl was profusely apologizing to the Digimon sitting on the ground. The Digimon seemed to be in quite a bad mood, yet the girl named Yuki maintained an optimistic smile despite her apparent unease. Yuki is wearing a blue-violet camisole, top paired with black shorts and an oversized white jacket. Her bright magenta-dyed hair is styled in a half-down look with braids on the sides. She is also wearing her favorite red sneakers. On top of this, her makeup is immaculate. She nods firmly to herself, thinking, I'm on point today, sporty with a hint of elegance. She would log out of this instant, dash off to Harajuku, and feel utterly confident snapping selfies for social media. Styled to perfection. Bright and adorable Yuki. If she's speaking modestly, she's unstoppable. But still, shut up! I'm not gonna budge! Even under most unstoppable, Yuki found it extremely difficult to improve her partner's mood. Please, I'll buy you some cute accessories next time, so please forgive me, Ipmon. Ha! No way! I won't forgive you until you reflect on what you did. But what if it's, mad cute? I don't need no darn cute accessories. What do you mean by mad cute? Just say it's really cute. What? I've been meaning to say this for a while, but the way you talk is messing up my mood. That's why we always fail. Itmon sighed deeply without turning its small, deep purple body toward her. A level 3 evil Digimon, Itmon is characterized by its 2 long clown-like horns, red gloves, and scarf. Having been with Yuki since the beta testing days, Itmon has been communicating with her like this for over half a year. There is no longer any reservation between them, and they're close to inseparable. Yet despite the closeness of their relationship, Yuki had never managed to get the hang of how to cheer up this little devil. I know I said I'm sorry, okay? She was fully aware that the fault was her own. It was clear that their mission had failed because she charged impulsively. The mission? The certain issue mentioned here that they are taking care of an NPC recently going rogue. As members of the debug team in the game Digimon Liberator, Yuki and Itmon are tasked with investigating and addressing a certain issue. With NPCs go rogue, they indiscriminately challenging any player they see, regardless of any gap in ability. This is considered a bug that severely hinders enjoyable gameplay. Yuki and Itmon are there to eliminate their bugs and ensure that Digimon Liberator operates as the peaceful and enjoyable game it should be. However, as mentioned already, Yuki and Itmon failed in their mission. They were defeated by 2 rogue NPCs known as Metallicdramon and Volcanicdramon. Man, they were really strong, Yuki mused. Indeed, they possessed incredible strength. While they weren't conditional battle NPCs, it was clear that a better strategy against their deck was needed. There was almost no chance of winning without meticulously formulating a deck to counter them. That could have turned out real bad, huh? Usually, losing to a rogue NPC could corrupt a player's data. However, as part of the debug team, Yuki's data is protected by her novel emblem. If not for the emblem serving as a backup, they wouldn't be able to bicker like this now. Ideally, if the emblem functioned perfectly, it could be distributed to all users. However, this feature is still considered an unstable test version. This means that even with the emblem, there is still a chance that the user data could be corrupted upon defeat. This is precisely why Impmon is so angry. As long as the emblem's backup isn't a 100% reliable feature, in other words, as long as there's even a slight chance that they could separate upon defeat, the mission must be absolutely succeed. Darn straight it could have been bad, Yuki. Yes, sorry. All she could do was sincerely apologize. There was no defending such recklessness. What had she been thinking, launching into that battle without doing the necessary groundwork? It was her fault. There was no doubt about it. Will you ever stop being so impulsive? Will you ever stop being so impulsive? Oh, just a little bit more, thought Yuki. Even Impmon was growing tired of sulking. Its previously stubborn demeanor had softened. Previously, only the back of its head was visible. Now it gazed slightly met hers. Just one more push, not wanting to neglect the opportunity to reconcile with Impmon, Yuki poured forth with more expressions of regret. I'll change, I swear. I'm super sorry. So let's head back to town, okay? Do you even have a plan? Once again, her partner lets out a heavy sigh. With a resigned shrug, Impmon continues. I don't want to deal with risky and annoying stuff anymore. If you're really sorry, then come up with a better plan for them. How confident are you that we can beat them next time, huh? I got no plan yet. The plan's starting now. After all, we just lost them only moments ago, Yuki honestly responded. It had been less than an hour since the NPC had defeated them, and since their defeat, she had been entirely devoted to appeasing Impmon, leaving no time to devise any strategy. Yeah, you're on your own. Oh, come on! As Impmon turned its back to Yuki, she saw the tears in its eyes. It was clear that she had inadvertently upset her partner with a thoughtless remark. Stop being like that. Let's think of a plan together. It might have been an unnecessary thing to say, but she wanted Impmon to accept the reality. It was truly impossible to reflect and revise their battle strategy in only an hour. It would be easy to lie and try and smooth things over, but without a real plan, it wouldn't be very meaningful. If Impmon asked her the plan and she had nothing, her lie would quickly be exposed. Her only choice was to be honest. And hence the current situation. Come on! I said I'm sorry! She exploded. The intense environment of Ruby's Mountain's outskirts was tiring her out, and after the relentless battle and repeated unsuccessful apologies to her partner, Yuki had reached her breaking point. Even the ever-cute and cheerful Yuki couldn't keep her emotions in check anymore. Apology not accepted. Impmon, you stubborn little... Whatever, meathead. Well, sorry for being a meathead. Guess I'm a girl who's naturally athletic and only good at sports. Self-conceited much? Well, while you're at it, why don't you work on getting better at these car battles instead of just sports? Impmon turned toward her and cracked a sly grin. Knowing Impmon well from their long time together, Yuki instinctively knew that this was a taunt. I suppose it's impossible for you to get good at card games because, well, you're a bit of a dumb. What you say? Is that how you talk to a friend? I see how it is. Yuki quickly pulled their D-storage and activated. A translucent blue user interface emerges from the device. Having had enough attitude for one day, she decided to put Impmon in her D-storage and summon a portal to an instant item. With it, she'll head back to town. Hey, that's not fair! La la la, I can't hear you, naughty children who don't listen. Get a timeout. I'm tired and want to log out soon, so let's go home, Impmon. The exchange of sharp words had her worn out. She was about to navigate the menu with practice with ease when she paused. Huh? Something felt off. There was a red notification icon next to the items in the pull-down section of the menu, indicating the receipt of a new item. What's the matter? I thought you were logging out. Shh! Shut up a sec, she said, holding up a hand to quiet the flustered Imp-Mon. She had no recollection of acquiring any new items. They had yet to stop by any shops today, and aside from their battle within the rogue NPCs, they hadn't engaged in any insignificant activity. Usually, acquiring items without purchasing them from a shop would imply that they had defeated an NPC and that the item had dropped. But they had lost their only battle with the NPCs. If that was the case, then they lost, yet still acquired an item. The very act of an NPC going rogue was a bug. It wouldn't be strange for unusual things to happen under such circumstances. Yet it was still peculiar. The only conclusion was that it had acquired an item from the NPC that they had lost to. While feasible, such irregularities made figuring out what was going on much more challenging for the debuggers. Should I open it? Do I risk it? After some deliberation, Yuki decided to check the item. Without verifying its contents, it would be difficult to report accurately to the GMs. With caution, she tapped on the notification of the section of the item box. You got an ability item for a tamer card. A familiar message window pops up. The tamer card ability items, they are considered highly significant items in Digimon Liberator. When players first log into the game, they receive a blank tamer card depicting an image of themselves. After that, by using ability items, players can unlock and acquire new abilities for their tamer cards. This is a crucial element for progressing through the game. What kind of ability could they have attained? Yuki, unable to guess what the item might be, tapped the confirm button on the interface. Hey Impmon, what do you want? Perhaps irritated at being ignored, Impmon responded in a rough, aggressive tone. Yuki, unfazed, continued with her question. Impmon, you're an evil type, right? What kind of question is that, obviously? And the level 6 Beelzemon's Demon Lord. Again? Duh, not a dark dragon or evil dragon, right? Softening its prickly attitude, Impmon realized from Yuki's odd question that something is going on and walks over. What's with these weird questions all of a sudden? Can you take a look at this? Yuki asked, crouching down so that the shorter Impmon could see the interface. Impmon nonchalantly peers at the item's details. What the heck is this? Right, what the heck? Both of them tilt their heads in confusion. Ability items typically drop randomly, but it's not entirely random. The system evaluates the type of deck being used and selects a related ability from the relevant pool. Their main deck is naturally centered around Impmon's card. Using cards in the trash as resources, they use the level 3 Impmon to bring forth or digivolve into Beelzemon, a level 6. This strategy allows them to lay waste to the playing field and security in early stages of the battle. Impmon is classified as an evil type, and Beelzemon is a demon lord type. Therefore, an ability item were to drop, typically it would relate to these types. However, this item was different. Main, if you have four few cards in your hand, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with a Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon trait in the trash. Dark Dragon and Evil Dragon aren't entirely irrelevant. However, they were quite a mismatch for their main attacker, Beelzemon. Hey, look at this, huh? Impmon pointed at the menu screen where a new notification had appeared. The glowing red circle on the card listed indicated the acquisition of new cards. This system riddled with bugs. How could someone receive new cards by viewing an ability item's details when they haven't even said it yet? This was unheard of. However, both of them had already failed their exercise caution. Drawn in by the bizarre events unfolding before them, Yuki and Impmon opened the list to check the newly acquired cards. Whoa, what is this card? I had no idea. Several unfamiliar Digimon cards were added to her card list. Among the cards were Dark Dragon and Evil Dragon Digimon, with names they had never heard of. I think I've got it, Yuki suddenly realized. This could be the very thing they needed. The thought filled with her a sense of certainty. Huh? What'd you get? It isn't obvious? Just like you wanted, this gives us a strategy for taking down those rogue NPCs. Alright, take a little bit of break, took the dog for a walk, back to it. The dark sky is draped in ash, while the land glows red with flowing lava. Amidst this harsh landscape stands a colossal mass of rock. It is a volcano that seems ready to shoot a pillar of fire into the sky at any moment. Back in this remote area, far from the central location of Ruby Mountain, Yuki and her companion now face a shadowy figure. It is a tall, slender, white humanoid robot. By now they are accustomed to seeing the sinister glow of red electronic signage lighting up its face visor. The rogue NPC, undoubtedly the same NPC that had defeated them just a few hours earlier. The revenge match was in full swing. Yuki looks on as her three Digimon face off between her and the NPC. In the battle area of the NPC, there is a Digimon that appears to be a combination of a dragon and a fighter jet. Its body is twisted but radiates a sense of functional beauty. It is the machine dragon Digimon Jazarichmon. Okay. In Yuki's battle area, there are two Digimon in battle-ready positions, along with a tamer card displaying her image. One is a level 6 dark dragon Digimon that has been resurrected from the trash. It was Nidhoggmon, an enormous black dragon with 2 pairs of wings, formed of blazing energy. A big part of why she included this demonic dragon with blocker in her deck is because of her tamer's effect, obtained from earlier from the ability item. It was fortunate that she had managed to play this Digimon before the opponent's playing field was fully set up. Nidhoggmon was the crucial card needed to defeat the rogue NPC. And then there's another Digimon, a new face that had just digivolved moments ago. This Digimon sports large speakers on both shoulders and a sharply pointed microphone on its chest, resembling a horn used to pick up its voice. The cyborg's massive body was adorned with dazzling armor. Fans may confuse its silhouette for War Graumon, the ultimate form of Itmon's rival, Guilmon. However, there was a completely new species of Digimon, unknown to anyone yet. Wow, totally wicked, way cool! Its name is Loudmon. Another newcomer, Punkmon, is also totally cool. A level 4 dark dragon Digimon, Punkmon wears a leather jacket and a metal mask and sports a mohawk. Yuki desperately wanted to touch that mohawk, but through sheer willpower managed to restrain herself. Can't even get cooler than this. I don't know if I can handle that. With the next card ready, the playing field was developing just as Yuki had planned. Now it was all dependent on the NPC's next move. Here they come, Yuki. You better be ready. You bet! As Loudmon, infused with its partner's consciousness, urged caution, the NPC raised its right hand and hoisted a card high into the air. Yuki had seen this motion before. It was the very move that had led to their defeat earlier. Here it comes. Bring it on! The memory gauge, which had been 0, suddenly tipped towards Yuki, spiking it to 5. The level 5 Jazarichmon in front of her enveloped in a bright light and transformed into particles of emerald green. These particles reassembled into a completely different form. A large body was quickly piecing together. It was digivolving, the NPC's trump card. Interwoven as if braided, layers of steel scales covered its body. Light continuously streams from both arms. Its sharp eyes glared at Yuki and her Digimon. A level 6 Metallicdramon, a mechanical dragon known as the Sky Dragon, had manifested. The piercing roar of Metallicdramon vibrated through the atmosphere. Simultaneously, it was Yuki's turn again. With the effect of her tamer card, additional memory was added, bringing her total to 6. This was more than sufficient to execute her plan. Seriously, what immense power, she thought. out loud to dispel the anxiety within, trying not to be overwhelmed by its intensity. That thing is just unfair. Its effect from when Digivolve prevented Yuki from digivolving level 4 below Digimon until the end of her next turn. This is highly troublesome. Moreover, Yuki remembered that Metallicdramon possessed an even more problematic effect upon its deletion. Staring down the opponent's playing field, Yuki declared her turn. My draw phase! After the draw phase, Yuki's hand consisted of only 2 cards. This is a result of her aggressively using her hand to set up the playing field. Although given a generous 6 memory to work with, it looked unlikely that she could dominate the field with only 2 cards in hand. At least that would be the typical reaction with other decks. Most likely the rogue NPC was having that exact thought. Seeing her low hand count as a result of her cost spending spree, but that was a huge mistake. In fact, the fewer cards in hand, the better for this deck. She had just the right number of cards in hand to deploy her Tamer Card's ability, and other cards, as well as sufficient cost available. Yuki swung her right hand decisively, suspending the Tamer card placed in the field, in effect activated. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Main, if you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand by suspending this Tamer, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon traits and trash. We'll do that more for the other effects. Main, if you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand. Okay. Never mind. Let's go, Loudmon. You ready to crank it up? Yuki called out as she swiftly deployed her memory. The cost required was 4 memory. As she retrieved a card from the trash, Loudmon's body became enveloped in a glow reminiscent of the Metallicdramon's earlier radiance. It was the glow of a Digivolution. As its body morphed, Loudmon responded resoundingly to Yuki's call. Hell yeah! Alright then, let's get this party started. Loudmon's Digivolution begins. You call yourself Metallicdramon? You ain't metal at all. As the lights subsided, a silhouette significantly larger than Loudmon's previously formed emerged. Its serrated armor appeared as if it could slice skin upon contact. On its back were 2 pairs of flashy wings in the shape of electric guitars. Its arms were equipped with gauntlets, featuring blades sure to rend any foe asunder. Instead of legs, a serpent-like tail slithered across the ground. Diabolical was the perfect word to describe this evil dragon. I'm going to show you what real metal sounds like. Heavy Metalldramon, the roar of the evil dragon, and the thunderous sound of its wings made the very atmosphere tremble. I love this artwork. This is so good. Woo, so cool! Yuki felt that she might faint from the excitement, barely managing to stay composed. The new form of Impmon didn't have the sleekness of Beelzemon. Instead, it overflowed with a charm that her old partner lacked. Not just cool, Black Sabbath! As the evil dragon shouted, its digital evolution ability activated. The howling noise from the wings on its back intensified, and then wrought destruction upon the battle area in front of them. When digivolving, trash 2 cards in your hand, then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. End of your turn. Once per turn, you may play 1 card with Evil Dragon or Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon trait and a play cost of 8 or less from your trash without paying the cost. For each card in your hand, remove 1 card from its playing effect. Play cost maximum. Alright, you've already read that. Both Metallicdramon and Heavy Metalldramon have 13,000 DP. Compounding this effect, the effects of Impmon and Punkmon's previous Digivolutions add 4,000 DP to this turn. Heavy Metalldramon with a DP of 17,000 undoubtedly met the conditions for deletion. Consequently, Metallicdramon was obliterated by the effect of Heavy Metalldramon. However, the game would not be won so easily. Here it comes! Yuki looked beyond the NPC towards the volcano. A shadow burst forth from the peak along with erupting magma. Flapping its enormous wings, a level 6 Earth Dragon Digimon appeared, its ignis scales pulsing with veins of lava. Here it comes, Yuki! This Digimon was Volcanic Dramon. As Metalldramon is deleted, another effect was activated. Alright. Interesting. Okay. On play, when an attacking, digivolve 4 of your opponent's Digimon. When digivolving, none of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon can digivolve until the end of the turn. All turns, once per turn, with this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by your effect. You may play one Digimon with the Rock Dragon or Earth Dragon trait from your trash without paying the cost. That's right, Volcanic Dramon has a similar effect. Having once lost to this opponent, Yuki clearly remember the card's effect. When I've already read the effects, so while one is from the trash and the other from the hand, the opponent's deck was capable of disrupting her field through the strongest synergy of these two Digimon. In their last encounter, she was beaten down by what seemed like an endless loop of Metallic Dramon and Volcanic Dramon appearing. The bitter taste of defeat spread in her mouth. She once again regretted the fact that she foolishly charged in without a plan. But that's precisely why it was so crucial to deploy Nidhogmon rapidly. Getting these two Digimon lined up before Volcanic Dramon could enter the field was critical to her victory. You can come at any time, Volcanic Dramon. As Yuki feared, the Earth Dragon roared and spewed a beam of heat. This effect activates on play. On play, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. The heat ray did not scorch Heavy Metal Dramon. Instead, it targeted was Nidhogmon. Gotcha! Yuki exclaimed, her strategy playing as planned. Upon deletion, Nidhogmon can play a level 5 or less Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon trait without paying its cost. Seizing the moment, Yuki called out, Orichimon! Blocker, on deletion, trash one card from in your hand, then delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon and one of their level 4 Digimon. Orichimon, a level 5 blocker with DP of 6,000 DP. Hold on. Just want to go back up and check one thing. Okay. That's end of turn. Okay. Making sure. Alright. Choosing to prepare for the opponent's attack was slightly departure from Yuki's usual high-speed aggressive style. However, no matter what she did not allow her opponent to reduce the number of Digimon. That was the insight Yuki gained from seeing Heavy Metal Dramon's card, reflecting on their previous defeat, had shown her a simple truth. Previously, Yuki only knew how to attack aggressively, but this card in her prior loss made her rethink her tactics. Sometimes enduring an opponent's onslaught reveals the path to victory. Let's go, Heavy Metal Dramon, ready to turn up the tempo and captivate our audience. She had already made preparations to play more Digimon on her playing field. If the opponent tries to delete more of her Digimon, she'll replenish them even faster. Of course, Yuki will go on in and win this battle. Her partner's reassuring voice bolstered her confidence. With victory in sight, Yuki's passion began to burn even hotter. Now it was their turn to dominate the opponent. Yay, we won big! Back at base camp on Ruby Mountain, still buoyant from the lingering thrill of victory, Yuki impulsively hugs Impmon. Hey, this is not the place for that. Come on, don't be shy. Flustering, her partner jumped out of her embrace and hastily created some distance, turning away. The same old attitude. Why can't Impmon be more honest? Then again, that's precisely what makes Impmon cute. Even its cold demeanor felt cheerful in the aftermath of their victory. Having faithfully replicated the strategy she envisioned when restructuring her deck, her high spirits were justified. The new cards worked well. You could praise me a bit more, Impmon. So you're saying you couldn't have won without that card? Impmon's sarcastic remark froze her. With that thought, she couldn't maintain her positivity. It was true, they were able to change their approach because of the new Digimon and Tamer card ability. Feeling the potential in these cards had given her the courage to take a bold new direction. Well, a win is a win. Nice one, Yuki. Aw, Impmon! Idiot, I told you not to hug me. No way! No way! She would have preferred Itmon to just congratulate her right away. However, she decided not to voice her thoughts. It was better not to say anything unnecessary and spoil their hard-earned victory with a quarrel. Anyway, it's been bothering her. We could chalk it up to a bug, but there's something fishy about the new ability item and cards. I agree. It's kind of bothering me too. Maybe we should cult Altea next time. I don't really like that Altea. The Altea that Yuki mentioned is a member of the Debugging team who supports them from behind the scenes. Typically, she works alongside the Digimon Espimon to assist GMs. Undoubtedly, Altea is the most knowledgeable about the system with their team and reliable figure. Indeed. Don't say stuff like that. Hard to approach or don't like. We're teammates after all. There's no one else who can understand this stuff. That's true, but it feels kind of wrong just to leave things unresolved, you know. The game of Digimon Liberator is full of mysteries, beyond the phenomena that Yuki and her team encountered. There are undoubtedly numerous bugs that management still needed to fix. Unless they address the game that she profoundly enjoys, could one day face irreparable problems. When you think about it that way, we really need to use whatever means necessary to get the answer, right? You really are proactive, aren't you? You have my respect for that. You really are cut out for this job. Oh, wow, you're giving me lots of compliments today. Don't squeeze me! Impon, usually not one to speak positively, must have been pleased with their victory over the rogue NPC. It was evident in Impon's attitude that they chatted. So Yuki felt compelled to return the compliment. After all, it was Impon who fought hard and earned their victory. Hey Impon, you were super cool too. Your new Digivolution was totally awesome. What? Punkmon, Loudmon, and Heavy Metal Dramon. When she first saw the card illustrations, she was initially disconcerted by the departure from Beelzemon's appearance. But being a dancer herself, the new music-themed Digivolutions hit all the right notes for Yuki. Ah, shut up! Let me go already. The mission's over, so you log off already. No, I want to stay a bit longer. Yuki forcibly held onto her restless partner and began walking briskly along the rugged paths of Ruby Mountain. Seriously, this partner of her needs to be more honest. Alright, that's going to be the end of for part 1. We still got more training. We got the bug 2 after all. See you guys in the next part.